Hi, it's Swan here and welcome to my channel Catagania, where I do a bit of arts, crafts and a little bit about self. So today I thought I'd do a product test on something I brought new from Mont Marte, a product Mont Marte, and I bought this from Art Shed here in Australia. So this is, I just thought I'd grab one of the sheets of Mont Marte watercolour sheets, A4, and I'm just using my Derwent pencil, I think, to do drawing of some fun houses. So I thought that's probably the best way to show off the colours, because these look fantastic when they're done in bright colours and have a little bit of fun with them in that respect. So just drawing off some unusual shapes, just giving them a little bit of twist, a little bit of interest with unusual window shapes and etc. I just drew this one and thought, well, I'm going to change the shape of that as it wasn't very interesting, so I changed the shape of this particular tower-like house, and I'm just going over and adding some plant life to it, added a new window into the A-frame and added some grass features along the bottom. So what I like to do when I get new products is actually doing a test run and seeing how they work, and for my own benefit as well, but I thought I'd share this one with you. So I'm going to colour this in very shortly, and these particular crayon twisters are actually water soluble, so it means working on watercolour paper is the best option. Now, don't you love all this rainbow colour? So they're called twistable colour sticks, and they're a Mont Marte Studio series. So this is the 36 piece pack, and there's actually a 24 piece pack as well. So I got the larger one, was on a little bit of a special, 9% off, and it was ordered from Art Shed, which is based in Queensland, I think it is, and I had it was quick delivery, so which was even great. So I'm just going to use the paintbrush that came with the product, as well as testing out how these particular gel sticks play on watercolour paper. So they would be very similar in use as the gelatos, a cheaper version of such, and so you basically can do with them on your artwork most things that a gelato does. Now, after this particular video, I've actually also tested it on gesso, and it is better to work straight on watercolour for the best effect with these particular sticks. So while they do work on gesso, they do not really hold as well as they do with the way they work on watercolour. But I'll finish colouring in this piece of work and you can see how the colours go, and I'll be back soon. So I decided to come in with a Stabilo oil pencil and go around the edges, and if you watched my channel before, you know this Stabilo is water activated, and once it dries it actually becomes permanent. So I thought it needed the edging, and so I've gone around and done some features using the Stabilo and highlighting. One thing I ended up doing incorrect was I then added more wet around from the sky side, and it becomes a little bit garish. It works while I've done all this fine detail, but you'll find shortly it was a big mistake. But that's fine, we all live and learn, we all have a bit of fun with our products, and this one backfired a little bit, so that's alright. So I do think I did enjoy working with this product. I did find the negative being this particular watercolour paper, as it's a very cheap cold press and it probably doesn't have much cotton content at all. It really was a very basic beginners, I'd actually even say a child watercolour paper rather than even a mid-range, you know, middle, someone that's intermediate in art, not to particularly use this particular watercolour paper. I'd probably use it as, because as it's reasonably thick, probably use it as mixed media and just use it as a sheet, doing it that way. As for good watercolour, nah, definitely not. But when you look for cheap alternatives, sometimes you just have to kind of live with what you can find. But I'll just finish this up and I'll be back soon. So I hope you enjoyed the video. As you saw, I did actually speed it up quite a bit, just so you didn't have to sit around as long to wait for me to get to this, at least at this stage. So I probably should have stopped around here, but I'm coming in now with blue for the sky, which, yes, it really needed, but it ended up being a mistake. I should have dried the Stabilo before I actually went this next step. And the other thing I found with these particular gel sticks is you're better off having a wet page first rather than a dry one, as you can, it retains the lines, it kind of stains the actual paper. And see, I try to rub it out with my hand and draw in some more colours. And here you see now, as it's getting wetter and the Stabilo is catching into the sky, we're now getting some bleed, which, while it's probably not totally negative, it kind of went against what I was trying to achieve. But I did realise that because I had the lights on in all the houses, which when I done the fluoro yellow, it should have been nighttime. So then I come in with the dark colour and sprayed it, which made the Stabilo go totally off. So all my long work and fine detail all went out the window with spraying and rushing this particular stage. And as you can see in the background, the gel just hangs around. So that's it for me. If you'd like any more examples like this, I'm happy to see if I can do that for you. So I'd like to wish you happy crafting, and please like, subscribe, and even comment. I'd love to hear some feedback from you. That would be fantastic. So take care and happy crafting. Bye.